When I say my life be feeling better when I don't deal with a man, I'm not playing, okay?
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in once again. It's no news that a lot of women are opting out of dating, marriage, being in relationships with men. And today we're going to be looking at another perspective as to why so many women are opting out of being in romantic relationships with men.
I realized that if you want to be extremely successful as a woman, the best thing to do is to be single. Because as women, we naturally nurturers, we naturally want to give our energy, we naturally want to just give all our creativity and spark and all that to the man that we're with, the person that we're with. But imagine if you don't have somebody there and you're just pouring that all onto yourself and your craft. You're unstoppable. Feminine energy is unstoppable. And that's what a lot of people don't want you to understand. They want you to go rush and get married and have kids and have babies. Like, tap into your power, okay? Tap into that. And like me right now, like I can't even think about being in a relationship. Like, I don't care what your favorite color is. I don't care if you ate today. And I feel as though that if someone was in my life right now, they think I'm a nut job because of how dialed I am. Like, and that'll lead to resentment and stuff like that. So it's like, if you are just in a season of life where you just want to become so freaking successful and push the limit, just be single, stay single. And I'm not saying you can't be successful in a relationship. I'm just saying that you'd probably be more successful if you weren't.
And life got better after I left that nigga alone. Some of these niggas really be y'all downfall. Some of these niggas really be the reason why y'all not excelling and y'all still in the same space y'all been in since day one. I promise you, after I left my last nigga alone, life started to get so much better. Not only did my hair start growing back, bitch, doors started opening up too. Like, you ever been with somebody and you notice that like your life is just bad? It's because of the energy that they bring. Some people energy will literally stop you from getting to where you need to get to. Like, I never understood the saying, watch the company that you bring around you. But now as I'm getting older, I'm realizing that shit. These niggas be y'all downfall. Niggas will really keep you stuck where you at. Like, I was so depressed, not eating because of this nigga. When I say after I blocked that man, my life just got so much better. I am at peace with myself. I'm no longer crying over him. I'm not expecting phone calls or text messages. And then not only that, my hair growing back. It's like when I was with him, I just felt like I lost my glow. Like, I already felt like I couldn't be myself. Like, I'm done trying to pretend to be somebody I'm not just to make these niggas happy.
A relationship is definitely going to require something from you. It's going to require your time for sure. Like your schedule, you're definitely going to put your partner into consideration. So you would definitely be investing some time into that. And God forbid it turns out to be a toxic relationship. It's definitely going to affect every area of your life, because you can't tell me that you're pouring your energy into something negative and toxic and expect every other parts of your life not to lack. You're definitely going to lack in investing in yourself, in pouring into yourself. You're definitely not going to be pouring enough energy into yourself. You're definitely not going to be as productive as you're supposed to be, because, anything you spend your time on, if it's not yielding productivity, it's definitely doing the reverse.
I kid y'all not. When I tell you I feel like, when I say my life be feeling better when I don't deal with a man, I'm not playing, okay? Now, I don't want to really jinx myself, but all I'm going to say is that my mind has been so clear. I'm not going to lie. Like, I really was dealing with a lot with this guy, right? To the point where, like, all I kept thinking about was him, what we was going through, drama for the last, 6 months, okay? And, like, I think I was purposely trying to, like, distract myself from my personal life and from me grieving or whatever the case may be. But now that I haven't been dealing with this man, y'all, and even some stuff that I've been trying to do, like my friend will tell you, it was just not working. Like, anything I tried to do, it's like, dang, I'm getting denied for this, I'm getting denied for that, or this, that, and the third, right? I kid y'all not. This last couple of days, I've been so focused, and when I tell y'all I've been getting yeses instead of the denies, oh yeah, been getting yeses. I've been listening to my gospel now more than ever. I've been handling my business. I'm so much more focused now. Like, it feels so good to not be like distracted by men, like distracted by a guy. Like, what? And then another thing is that it could block your blessings as well. Like, it can literally block you from your blessings when you are just choosing to be stuck in a negative place with a negative person. So I'm here to tell you, like, if you trying to figure out why stuff isn't going a certain way, why God isn't opening doors, and why you don't find the motivation in life and all this, maybe because that person is depressing you, maybe because that person is stopping you from growing and stopping you from focusing on what's important in your life. So yeah, I keep telling y'all, when I'm not dealing with a man, that's when I do my best.
I think relationships generally is not for everyone. Some people actually do better and are more productive when they're alone. I think most of us do, actually, because I do better when I'm alone, especially being in a draining relationship. Because I tell you, a lot of men are draining. A lot of men come to take. So most men come into women's lives and leave it worse than they came. And you know how women can be so soft and accommodating and caring and emotional when dealing with men. I think it's the right decision to stay out of a relationship if it's just going to be draining, because that relationship might just be the very thing siphoning your energy.
Do y'all ever realize as soon as you stop fucking with a nigga, you done with a nigga? Like, you set and you done. That shit set in stone. You get your mind right. Do y'all realize that? All of a sudden, you want to be a better you. All of a sudden, you have time to think for your damn self. All of a sudden, you want to get your health right. All of a sudden, everything, you just want to fix your whole life and get everything together. Why do you think that is? Why do you guys think so? You never want to better yourself when you with a nigga, ever. It's like they drain you and they distract you from your purpose. Literally. Soon as you get rid of the tick, you just motivated to go. Like, you feel like you can run a couple miles.
I'm gonna ask a question, but I need you to be honest. Have any of you women living with a man actually achieved the soft life? Because the other day I was sitting at my girlfriend's house and I came over after I leisurely woke up at 9:30. No kids, so I got to sleep in till whenever I wanted. Scrolled on my phone for a little bit. Then I go over to my girlfriend's house and she has a cookie butter latte waiting for me. And we sit in her beautifully decorated, clean apartment and we're just chatting. And our conversations are filled with so much depth. She makes sure, do you need a water? Is your coffee too sweet? Is it just how you like it? I'm having the best time. And then it hits me. I go, my God, I have just achieved the soft life. I say, look what's happening right in front of us, Bailey. We have achieved the soft life. And I think, my God, they have lied to us. Because here's the thing, I've been in plenty of relationships. I lived with my last long-term partner and I thought I wanted to live together so bad because I was so in love. But the emotional labor I had to constantly perform as someone who was very emotionally intelligent and was with a partner who was not, was exhausting. It was draining. The relationship wasn't the best. So yes, we were fighting with each other, but even on our best days, even when I'm like, this is my person, this is my best friend, I was still doing much more labor. The emotional labor was chronic, even if we weren't in a fight, because he didn't have to develop those skills. He grew up in the patriarchy. He didn't have to think about other people. Even when he wasn't trying, there was an undercurrent of selfishness. And then I was cooking every single day and I cook for myself every single day. But guess what? My food lasts. The food would never last. Constant grocery store trips. And the conversations had nowhere near the amount of depth, the amount of kindness to the world. My cortisol levels were so high, and I guess I will acknowledge was not in a healthy relationship, because I know people are going to come in and say, well, I have a good one. But I want you to really think, even at the best, I really think if you're at the point where you can provide for yourself financially, you will have the most stress-free life. My life is so stress-free right now. I never cry anymore. I feel like whenever I have a partner that I bring into my life, the men make me cry. They do something where I'm crying. They disappoint me where I'm crying. No one's here to disappoint me. Even when I date a good man and maybe the conflict is respectful, the emotional stuntedness of it, even if they're willing to learn, is exhausting. I don't know. I always used to think that I wanted marriage and kids, and I'm just like, why?
And why is that, we may ask? I think it's because when women stop dating, they of course then focus on themselves. Dating is exhausting. Being in a relationship with someone, the person, you're going to be needed. That's how the average woman goes into a relationship. We often want to give ourselves, give our energy, make our partner comfortable, cook for him, make sure he's good. Whereas the men are not taught to treat us that way. The average man gets into a relationship to make life easier for himself. At least that's what he's been taught. The average man sees a woman as a weight bearer, where he can just relax and enter his soft era. And she does everything to make his life better. So naturally, relationships can be draining, especially to women.
Sometimes I want a boyfriend, and then I remember I've never looked this cool when there's a man around. Like, life is so much better when you don't have a fuck-ass man in your ear telling you your bangs are too short or your eyebrows are too blonde. Like,
I used to make excuses for why I wanted to be single and why I didn't want to be in a relationship and why I didn't want to deal with men. But you figured it out for me, sis. I can't remember the last time I had a conversation with a man and I didn't feel drained or annoyed or disgusted or any other negative connotation. Bro, I deadass don't like these people. I don't like them. I think the only time I can actually talk to a guy is in a professional setting. We can talk about work all day, but when it gets personal, I'm like, cut the brakes.
I say this with full love for men, but the reality is that men are draining by default. That the default assumption that you need to make for a man in your life is that he is not the source. In fact, he is draining. He is draining by default. He is going to drain your time, your energy, your compassion, and your love. He is going to drain your beauty and your youth and all the resources that you have. Men are draining by default. Even the best men I know are tremendous amounts of labor and tremendous amounts of risk. That just having a man in your life is going to bring you more labor. It's going to be your domestic labor, your emotional labor, your spiritual labor, because as women, we are the source, which means that we are giving by default. Women bring value to men by default, by all that we pour into them naturally, that we give to their well-being, to the beauty, to the joy, to their every single aspect of their experience in life. A woman by default, just your average run-of-the-mill woman, not even trying that hard, maybe not even that invested. By default, the default setting of woman is to bring value. Just you hugging a man, just you paying attention and listening to a man, just you caring for a man, let alone all the things that I'm sure you probably are so thoughtful and so considerate and so generous and so giving and spend so much time coaching him and counseling him and loving him and lifting him up. All these things by default without even trying, we do. Not to mention, you're going to be making his health better, his house better. You're going to be introducing him to your friends. You're going to be giving him fun, amazing things to be doing on the holidays. You might be giving him children so he's not alone in his old age. You're going to be amplifying his status in the eyes of his coworkers, his colleagues, other women. He is touch-starved. He is lonely. No one is paying attention to him except you. Because you are doing these things, he has that in his life, and that is so valuable, and men are draining by default. They are going to take your time, your energy, your love. And the way that they counterbalance this is if a man starts pouring back into you by appreciating you as the source.
You know, one of the things that scares me from marriage is just how, like from a young age, without any influence of anybody, I would look at my aunties, some women that were single, women that I watched get married and had children. I would often notice the difference in their appearance, in their workload from when they were single and when they got married. Like, the change is usually very glaring. This auntie that used to take care of herself, that used to be very much into her looks, that would often not cook all the time, because I had a lot of those kinds of aunties growing up, and I would always wish to just grow up and live by myself and have my money and do whatever I want, because I grew up admiring those kind of women But then the switch when they get married is usually very, very discouraging. You just automatically see them get very busy. It's either they are going to the market or busy being pregnant, giving birth to children, catering to the needs of their husbands. All of a sudden, they are no longer taking care of themselves. They're no longer pouring into themselves. They don't wear nice clothing. Like their fashion sense changes. They don't even have your time anymore. You try to come close and you're like, oh, I'm busy. They give you excuses. And even if you visit them, it's usually a shitload of work that you're going to help them with. So like from a young age, I've always known that, dude, this thing is a lot of work. Like this does not sound fun at all. Suddenly it's not about her again. It's about her husband. It's about her kids. It's about every other person except her. Like, this was all the aunties I grew up with. This was how their stories unraveled when they got into marriage. So from a young age, I'd always known, I'd never actually wanted marriage. Because like that was my definition of marriage. The switch from being free and enjoying your life to getting a whole lot of workload to do, to forgetting yourself and turning to something else. So like marriage, relationships, men, it does take a lot from a woman, if we're being honest. It does take a lot from a woman.
Am I the only one who really dislikes being in a relationship? Like, I cannot explain it, but relationships really drain me emotionally. And I just feel like I'm a person that is hard to satisfy. So why would I waste a man's time and be irritated and deal with a man, have to put up with a man when I don't have to, and I could just be single? Go hang out with my homegirls. If I want to go on a solo date, I'll go on a solo date. If I want to go somewhere and kick it, I got my homegirls. That's what they're for. Have a good time, you know? And like, relationship is just not for me. Like, every relationship I was in, I promise you, I probably broke up with them just because I didn't care to be in it, and it just wasn't fulfilling. Like, relationship just does nothing for me. I don't know how I'm gonna last in a marriage. I can't even last in a relationship. This shit is crazy.
If you disagree with me, I'm gonna die on this hill anyway. Being single is so much more enjoyable than being in a relationship, especially as a woman in your early 20s. You are literally depriving yourself of so many opportunities by being with a mid-man. Like, it literally got to a point for me where I felt like I was doing myself a disservice by staying in a relationship. Remember when Vogue came out with that article a couple months ago saying how having a boyfriend is embarrassing? I feel like when you're in a relationship, you kind of like just close yourself off, whether you realize it or not, to other opportunities and to social events and meeting new people. So therefore, you're depriving yourself of making connections, networking, really just new opportunities coming in. Like, I don't care. I would rather be single for the rest of my life than be in a relationship with a mediocre man.
You men do realize that women are choosing to stay single. They're choosing to be single than actually being single. I have a lot of men on my TikTok comment and they're like, oh, where's your ring? Oh, where's your boyfriend? Oh, where's your husband? Y'all, I choose not to have one. It's not because men don't try to talk to me. It's not because men aren't in my DMs. It's not because men don't want to take me out. It's not because men don't want to marry me. I'm choosing. I'm choosing to be single, and I'm choosing not to have a man because it's embarrassing. Literally having a man right now is quite literally possibly the most embarrassing thing you could do right now. Like, it's kind of like an extracurricular activity or like a hobby you don't really want. It's like, why? And I think it's so funny how men are so quick to hop on this app like, well, you're not married. Why would I want to get married to someone who's going to cheat on me? Every single person that I know that is married, about to get married, or in a relationship is either getting cheated on or literally miserable, and misery loves company and they just stay together. Does not sound fun. Literally, you're not selling me on the product at all. I choose to stay single because my expectations are not going nowhere, okay? My expectations are honestly still in the fucking gutter, to be honest, but I have self-worth and self-respect, so therefore I'm going to stay single, because why would I just get a boyfriend because everyone's telling me to get a boyfriend and then have them treat me like shit and cheat on me? I'd rather just be single and do my own thing.
In my opinion, any woman that still gets offended when people try to shame you that you're single, you're not married, you still don't get it. Like, you need to get with the program. Like, single is what's in. As a matter of fact, it is actually a blessing to be single, because look around you. Single women are thriving because single women are the happiest women according to statistics. Single women are thriving, having fun, and enjoying their lives. So yeah, like, times have changed. I'd love to hear what y'all think down below in the comment section as we've come to the end of this video. Don't forget to like, share to anyone you think might be interested in this conversation. I remain your girl Joy. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Stay safe, stay blessed. Bye.